My name is Phil Robb. I am a co-founder of Turtle Rock Studios and creative director on Evolve.
My words, what they mean, what they say.
Evolve is a 4 versus 1 cooperative competitive shooter. It takes place on a frontier planet called Sheer, and basically it's 4 cooperative human players versus 1 player-controlled giant growing monster. It's the idea has actually been around for quite a while. My business partner Chris, he was thinking, he had this idea kind of rolling around in his head actually before Left 4 Dead even was made, so that's quite a few years ago. But you know, we really didn't have, you know, the technology just didn't exist to sort of fully realize that idea. So he kind of, you know, just kept it boiling and percolating in the back of his head all these years.
Till you're bleeding, I'm about to see your life.
You know, I remember having a lot of discussions about, like, why is Deer Hunter fun? You know, you remember the game Deer Hunter from, you know, many years ago. That was actually a really popular game, and we could never figure out why. You know, but you know, because we're gamers and because you know we're game developers, the conversation starts going, well, what would you do to make it fun, right? Or what would you do to a game like Deer Hunter, you know, to make it more appealing to you? You know, and then the conversation sort of naturally goes, well, you know, if the creatures that you were hunting could fight back, right, that certainly makes it more exciting, right, and more, you know, dangerous. You know, like, you know, we started talking about, oh, big game hunting, you know, and then it sort of naturally, you know, being, you know, gamer dorks, you know, the conversation naturally sort of goes to dinosaurs and giant alien monsters, right? So the idea kind of snowballed from there.
But if you wanna find help,
for example, in Left 4 Dead, you know, the tank battles was like, it was really great to sort of see that, prove the idea out that, hey, it actually is fun to cooperatively go up against this one big, you know, scary thing. The tank battles were arguably the most intense moments in Left 4 Dead, right? And so, you know, we take that simple idea and we expand upon it, we make it deeper. You know, we make it so that it's not just one fight and then it's over, so that, you know, we encourage the player to come in, fight, and then run and re-engage and retreat and stuff like that to make it a more drawn out sort of in-depth experience. It is a very cooperative experience. You need to stick together, you need to work with your teammates. It's not enough just to stay with your teammates and like knock stuff off of them right when they get in trouble. Now, you know, each player has a job to do, right? I mean, you've got the assault character whose job it is to do damage. You've got the support character, his job is to provide sort of tactical advantages, either offensively or defensively. You've got the trapper, whose job it is to hunt down the monster, and then whenever he finds him, restrict his movement in various ways. And then, of course, the medic, you know, very straightforward. The medic's job is first and foremost to keep everybody else in the fight. They are familiar archetypes that make sense. So if one person isn't doing their job, right, you know, things are going to fall apart. So we've taken that sort of co-op aspect that, you know, we saw in Left 4 Dead and really pushed it to a new level. I'm not the best first-person shooter player, you know. In fact, I kind of suck, let's be honest, right? But you know, being in a team, you know, I mean, it allows the team to sort of compensate for each other's weaknesses. To tell you a little anecdote about that is, you know, we took Left 4 Dead to QuakeCon. This was many years ago. A lot of people came in, a lot of really hardcore deathmatch players, you know, and they thought they were the shit, and they were going to come in and just work this game, right? We're gonna be so good, and they all ran off in different directions. And you know, literally in seconds, they were all dead. And then we had another group come in, and they were a family, right? It was a mom, a dad, and a kid, and then, you know, just another person. And they did better than anybody. right? Because they were a family, right? And they worked as a family. And as soon as the kid got knocked down, you know, he was like, "Mommy, help me!" And you saw the mom like panic, right? And she wasn't. None of them were really great first-person shooter players, but again, they made it further than anybody. And I think that's one of the great things about co-op is that, you know, you don't have to be awesome, you know, to have fun playing this game. As a studio, it is essential that we play the game every day, and we do. If we don't want to play our game, nobody else is going to want to play our game. You know, we design our games with longevity in mind. We don't want to be a flash in the pan, you know, just throw it out there and in a month it's gone and nobody cares about it. We want this game to be played years from now, right? And, you know, we're going to keep supporting it as such. We never have enough time or money to do everything that we want to do, right? We've got a lot more ideas for hunters, we've got a lot more ideas for monsters, we've got a lot more ideas for different maps. So, you know, everything that we didn't have time to do, we're going to be able to do in DLC. And we will do that as long as people want it. You know, if people are playing the game and they want more, we're going to give them more. Once we release the game, it's not ours anymore, it belongs to you guys, you know. So, you know, largely what we do with the game after release is going to be determined by the players. It's a little scary too, humbling. You know, it's like, okay, you know, everyone's expecting big things. We really have to deliver on this, you know. So, which is a good thing. You know, I think it's good to always be a little bit scared. If you get cocky, that's always a sign that things are going to fall apart.